Jimmy Ganas here doing a war recap video on the last two wars. They were obviously very tough wars for us, mainly because of the matchup. We only have 3 Town Hall 9s and above. Like, even though we have like on the Clan War map here, we have 7 free keys. Or actually Riley down here somewhere. It's also a Town Hall 9, but I would really only consider a Town Hall 9 as being someone who has max camps, 220 spaces, 4 spells, and has an Archer Queen, at least. So only Freaky has all those, and Mace is still working on his army camps. Taylor doesn't have 4 spells, so still Town Hall 8 level attack power. Oh, and also it's best if you have max hogs and max loons. Those are the 2 important troops you want as a Town Hall 9 for a full war. Okay, so first off, I'm going to show you one minor thing. Well, it's not really minor, but why you shouldn't have 2 identical or similar bases in a clan war. But for us, I think Ellie and Shell have the same bases. Hopefully one of them will change their base really soon. We have that spread formation that Mark posted on the website. If one of you guys can change it to that, it would be great. Okay, so let's look at 14 and 15. This is our first war on the Thursday to Saturday war. This base and this base. They're pretty much identical. The only difference is that the clan castle is placed differently, and this guy's got more archer towers in the middle. Yeah. So AJ, just swap the archer tower with the clan castle. So AJ, I think he went in on this base first, using the plan that I described in the other video. So we're just gonna quickly watch. He does a really good job. Speed it up. Stop top 80. Use king to get rid of this part. And the dregs will do the work. Red dregs on the bottom, loon goes in the middle, and boom boom boom, all the 80s go down, dregs clean up, pretty standard. Yep. And then okay, so it's actually just the same attack. So I already figured out that I'm going to drop BK here to get rid of these, and he does the same thing, even though it's a level 680. So what I mean is that you don't need to worry about the pathing of the dregs. You know where they're going to go. You know exactly what's going to happen, since you did the exact same thing again. So AJ comes in here, does the exact same thing, destroys the space for the second time, and gives us 6 stars, 6 easy stars. Well, not that easy, but so on two of their top Town Hall 8 bases. Second thing is, oh right, so even though we've lost the wars, I think we learned a lot. We've developed some new attack strategies, such as holo and having loons in your CC. We found out that loons work great in particular cases. So first off, I might need to cut the video somewhere here while I search for this video. I think it's lagging. Okay. So first off, I'm going to show Hamish's attack on someone. I think it was a 2-star. I'll search for it. You can skip the video here, or I might cut it out. I might. Okay, it's right here. I think it's this one. Which comes really close. We'll just first I'll speed it up. So he does everything I say in the video. So drags go in, and I'll slow it down over here. So these, whoops, no. Okay, these drags here, they go for that and go for the mortar. So it's really unfortunate that they didn't go for the air defense. And the air defense is still up and does a huge amount of damage to these drags. Speed it back up again. The air defense killed about maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 drags. So he's only left with 2 drags near the end of the raid. Only 1 drag, and of course not enough time. There's still a gold storage over there. But if we watch, I forgot who that was. Okay, that was. Does it? What is it? Okay. Okay, I gotta find that attack again. It was on SSPZ. SSPZ is their number. SSPZ number 23. So we're gonna go to number 23 and watch Ellie's attack. So Ellie brought. The only difference was that Ellie brought 5 loons instead of a drag and a loon in CC. Does the same thing. Spread drags on this side, zaps that AD, and you want to drop your loons after the CC comes out and go for the drags, and then Barking over here to clear out this trash. Now the same thing happens with the drags. The drags aren't going to go for the ADs. They're going to go this way, and so this guy's got his base set up really nicely so that everything won't go for the ADs. They'll go this way, right? But the difference is that the balloons took all the damage from the air mines, well, except for that one that just went off. And you see that so many of his drags are still up, are still here. So yeah, that's a huge difference. Bringing 5 loons makes 8 drags survive. For this particular base. Not true for all the bases. Like just there. Let's look at Chief's attack on 18. Okay, so Chiefs uses 5 loons in his CC, which is okay. And it's good for this base because the 80s are inside. Okay, so he drops the drags. Drags go forward. We gotta remember that the loons go for the closest defense structures. If you drop it here, they're always gonna go for the cannon. And since they always go for the closest, they're gonna go for the cannon, and then the archer tower, and then the cannon, and then the archer tower, and so on. So you want to get the loons to go for the ADs. So in this case, you probably should have dropped it. Well, it's kind of hard on these anti-hog faces because it's got a ring. Maybe what you would want to do. Whoops, I shouldn't do that. No. Wait. Okay. So maybe what you wanted to do for this base was to zap this AD so that these 2 ADs are still up. And if you drop your loons on this tower, they'll go from here to there to that AD. So you want to prepare, you want to plan out your path for the loons the same way as you do for hogs. If if you've done hog raids before. So yeah, they always go for the closest defense. But over here they'll go this way. So over there, maybe. Or you could drop it like somewhere here, they'll go that way onto the AD. Yeah, And usually the air mines are located inside the core. So if you get your balloons inside the core, they'll trip the air mines. They It's better to have them kill a balloon than do 80% damage to a drag or kill a drag. Okay. Oh, cursor. Okay, so next up, let me see. So that's done. Pages. Now holo. Holo is something that we have. Okay, so Town Hall 8 Holowi. Okay, so first I'm going to show Mace's attack. Yeah, just go ahead and show Mace's attack. It's on. He's a town of 9, but has 200 spaces, so it's still. Well, he has an extra spell, which is really good. Oh, and it's usually not a good idea to bring a lightning spell because you can kill them more efficiently kill the CC more efficiently with a drag, and the drag still survives. So deploy the loons. Loons take out half the bases. So you want to use Holowi when all the ADs are centralized, so they're not protecting these defenses on the ring. Now there's two purposes of doing holo, of doing looning, using the loons. For one, is to eliminate the double giant bomb locations here, well, here, and there, so that the hogs won't path into the double giant bombs. Like if these two towers are still up, then the hogs will probably go from this tower to this tower, and then they'll get blown up by double giant bombs. Well, there could be double giant bombs here, so it would be better if you took out these towers as well. But it was kind of lucky that in this space he didn't have double giant bombs at all. I think there was a single giant bomb somewhere here. Anyways, we'll just continue watching. He pretty standard. Lures them, pulls the CC down here. He drops a lightning, which is okay, but I wouldn't recommend it because it's kind of wasting a spell. You could. The dragon was for this dragon here was for killing the CC. Okay, so yeah, just gonna fast forward. Kills the hogs. Notice that he only brought 10 hogs, and a couple more in CC. But since the ADs don't attack the hogs, and there's only a couple defenses inside the core, the hogs are not gonna die. Just 5 or 6 hogs will do the job. And clean up, and that's all pretty standard. Gage's attack first. Okay. I might need to edit this video a little bit, but first I wanted to show Gage's attack. It was a failed attack, but this was 7. Oh, this one. So against these type of bases where the ADs are centralized and they have a ring. When there's a ring, the dragons will follow the ring, and it's going to be hard to get the dragons to go for the core. So if you notice that these pack of dragons here will pretty much all go around the base, and these bottom dragons will go around the base on the bottom. And only I think 2 or 3 dragons went in the middle, and they got picked off by the ADs pretty easily. So these kind of bases are not suitable to the drag, because the drags go for the nearest building and they'll follow the ring. So what you want to do instead is use holo, hogs and balloons. So next up, I wanted to show you the other, the first Holowi video that Mace did was our very first Town Hall 8 Holo. That went okay. I think a few of the balloons were wasted. I think I messed up on the loon count in my video. So, wait. I wanted to show Dragon's attack. Dragon Strike's attack. It was 30 something%. This one. His balloon release was really good. So, not going to speed it up this time. 3 balloons, because the first time when Mace did it on the other base, we found out that 2 balloons wasn't enough. And then he had to deploy 2 more balloons. So in this case, we Dragon, I think he dropped 4 balloons, but 3 should work. So, and he also brought more loons this time. So 3 balloons, 1 balloon here, 1 balloon here. These balloons are sort of wasted, but that's still fine. This cannon is still up. And yeah. So basically, the balloons take out pretty much all the double giant bomb threats. So you see, now that all these defenses are eliminated, the only ones standing are these ones. So if you deploy your hogs down here, they're not going to trip these double giant bombs, if there were double giant bombs here. They would just probably go like that. They'll probably end up here. But the point is, since there's no building here and here, they won't cross over these gaps, these double giant bomb gaps. And so the problem was with Dragon's Raid is that didn't really do a really good job of the CC kill. That's something you need to work on. Notice. Okay, so this marks attack on a Town Hall 9. Just want to show how he does the CC kill. I know it's a lot easier if they're all archers and wizards, and especially if he has this many wizards. So what we want to do is send these archers, single archers, left and right, to group the CC troops up, bunch them up as much as possible. And then drops a whiz and a dragon, and they'll just one hit all of these CC troops. That was done pretty well. So that was a successful CC kill. And as I mentioned, for Holo, there's 2 purposes. One is for the main purpose is to eliminate giant bomb locations so that hogs can clear the base out. Just going to show my attack. Even though this base doesn't have double giant bombs, I scouted the base before, and I know that there are Teslas here and here and here and here, and there's no double giant bombs outside. I can't really scout the insides unless I use hogs, but just dropped wall breakers around the base. There weren't any double giant bombs, so I kind of knew that the giant bombs had to be here, 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 and there. Those are the only possible locations for the giant bombs. Checked everywhere else outside the base. So the problem is, if I just use hogs, if I just hog this base straight up, um, then I would probably need to drop a heal spell here, and probably here and here on these corners. I need to drop heal spells on these corners because there's a group of DPS defense buildings. So usually you want to drop heal spells on locations where you can cover as many defense towers as possible. And if I do that, I'm going to be leaving, well, these giant bombs are going to be sort of covered by the hogs, I mean the heals, but this one isn't. And um, the thing is, the hogs will probably take more than 10 seconds or 12 seconds inside the heal, so that when they jump out, they might not get healed up after they run into the giant bomb. Since the giant bombs were like closer to the core, and I needed to put heal spells on the corners, I probably also need heal spells in the middle for the expos, since the expos also do a lot of damage to the hogs if they're not healed. So what I did instead was to send in balloons. So the plan was, okay, so I'm just gonna, oh, wait, did I stop it? Okay, stop. The plan was to send in balloons to take out these defenses because they weren't protected by ADs. The ADs, I can't take out these defenses because there's an AD right behind it. These level 7 ADs can take out balloons in 2 seconds, well, two hits. And this level 6 AD, I think, takes them out in 3 hits. So they're not gonna, and obviously balloons are slow, and he's got an archer queen here, so you can only take out these 2 sides, but that's enough. Because once I take out this and that, all the defenses are gonna be in this region here. So I wanted to plan out my heal spells. So always plan out your heal spells before attacking. So my plan was to, since the Archer Queen is sitting here, I obviously want to attack from the Archer Queen side after Barber King kills it. So hogs my plan was to attack from the bottom, put a heal spell here right away so that it will cover this giant bomb, and then well, I was hoping that the hogs would split up. It didn't really matter at the end. I was planning that they would split up into 2 lines going up so that I can drop a heal spell somewhere here, and then maybe I can change the color, maybe yellow. So my plan was to drop a heal spell here, maybe not that large of a circle, but you get the idea. And somewhere there, and somewhere there, and then somewhere there, so that the hogs can be healed up throughout the entire raid. They're not going to take damage at all. So even sacrificing 10 spots, 10 hogs for 10 loons was worth it, because if I had 10 hogs instead, I needed to use my heals here and there, and I'm going to be losing more than 10 hogs to the giant bombs and the expos that are going to be shooting at my hogs. So I'll just clear the screen and continue the video. Oh, and also a thing to notice is that even though clan castle is sitting in the middle, you would typically want to lure with maybe hogs. I'm not sure, let's see, maybe I can, no, I can't click on it because it's in a replay, but I think the radius of the CC goes up to around, maybe, I don't know, you can check if you want, probably somewhere there. So hogs, I don't think the hogs can lure the CC from this location sitting here. Clear. But well, I sort of got the lure by the loons. That was kind of lucky. I didn't plan for that, but apparently the loons were deep enough. They were inside the range of the CC to lure. But my plan was to bring these goblins here, because I noticed that they're there aren't any storages or I mean collectors. What are these called? Resource buildings. Resource buildings here. The closest one was is that. I mean basically my idea is if I drop my goblins here, they'll go for this dark elixir collector instead of these storages because that's closer. So and I also checked that this this drill here was inside the CC's range. I think it went up to here. You always want to use the cheapest troops to lure CC. If barbs are possible, always use barbs over hogs, or sometimes you could use loons. But for this case, since it's conveniently set up and such that you can lure with these drills, I use goblins instead. I was planning to use about 5 or 6 to get the entire lure, but it turned out that I didn't need it. It's always safe to have these troops ready. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. This side goes okay because it's a level 6 AD, but this side, the level 7 AD takes out the balloons way too fast. And send in a few goblins there to get the entire lure. And pulls them. So just standard, bunch them up, bunch the CC up, and then drop. Oh wait, can't go backwards. But you notice in my clan castle, you can just go back in the video a little bit. I had 2 barbarians and wizard and a dragon. You want to always get barbarians over archers in CC for filling up the space. Like if you have 25 spaces, get 1 drag, 1 wiz, 1 barb instead of one archer and 1 wiz, because the archer is going to come out, and archer is going to stand there, wiz is going to come out, and it's going to stand in the same location. So the wizards, his wizards, the CC wizards are going to target the archer tower, but it's going to stand at the same place as the wizard, your wizard, so it's going to kill it. It might be confusing, but the idea is if I have barbs, the barbs come out, they'll walk forward. So the wizards will target the barb, and they won't do splash damage to the wizard. That's going to come out after. Well, the dragon's a different story. The dragon's going to do damage too. It's going to one hit, helping these wizards here, and yeah, so that's pretty efficient. And just going to speed through the video, and same thing, heal. Double giant bomb, single giant bomb goes down, no harm, because we're under heal. Oh, one other thing I wanted to point out. How do I zoom in again? Oh, there, okay. Wait, oh, that was going too fast. So, okay, it's gonna come up really soon. So when dropping your heals, so my last heal here, it could have been placed better if I dropped it a little bit more forward. If I dropped my heal here, it would have been better because it would cover the expo and the cannon, and also the double giant, the giant bomb location. But the way I put my heal was good enough because when the hogs go for the cannon, they're gonna be sitting on this side of the cannon, so they're still inside the heal. But they're not gonna be inside the heal for long because once they take out the cannon, they're gonna run forward. Takes out that, comes over here. There's a giant bomb. But notice that the hogs get healed right away. If I put my heal spell a little bit, maybe if I put my heal spell there, the hogs would all die. Well, all get down to about 10% health. They wouldn't get healed up. So you want to draw your heals such that they would cover edges of the defenses, not the entire defense, but edges. So like, if I had an extra heal spell, or if I'm just looking at these 3 buildings here, you can cover these 3 buildings by dropping a heal spell like here so that it would just cover the edges. Because when the hogs go in from, let's say, this direction, they're gonna stand here, here, and there. It's still gonna be within the heel spell, as opposed to dropping a heel spell here to cover these two defenses entirely. But you don't need this part of the heel because the hogs are going to be sitting on the bottom half. You don't need the top half. You just need to cover up the bottom half. Yeah. Okay, so the rest is pretty standard, just clean up. And then, okay, that's that. And then finally, we'll wrap up with Mace's attack on 12. Just going to give him some suggestions to what he can improve on with heal spell placement, basically. Okay, so standard lower, and drags them up to the top, kill. Oh, okay, so here's another thing. If you kill from the top, you want to send in the hogs from the top as well. If you kill from the top, you want to send in the hogs from the top. Send in hogs from the same direction as the same side as your CC kill squad, or else these defenses back here are going to be firing at the kill squad, while the hogs are doing work on the bottom. If you send in hogs from the top, they're going to kill these defenses, so your drags and all these little troops here are going to survive. So maybe if I was to attack it, I might lure them to a corner, like this corner here, and send the hogs in from this corner. Maybe two strings, maybe on this side. But attacking from the bottom was okay. It was fine. Just drop. So yeah, that's one thing. Hogs should be deployed from the same side as the CC kill squad. And forward. So here's the thing, the heal spell. I know it's pretty tough in the heat of the moment, but you notice that this heal spell only covers 180, sort of covers this, but it's not covering the Wiz Tower. It's covering a lot of storages, and it's partially covering this this Archer Tower, but it's really missing out on the Wiz Tower. And you notice that after the hogs go for these defenses, they're going to jump to the closest defense, which is the Wiz and the air defense. Well, so if you just look at these bottom hogs here, they're not inside the heal, and they're getting picked off by the Archer Tower. Well, they'll get healed pretty soon. But you notice these strikes, these hogs, the hogs that went along the side, they were always outside the heal spell. So yeah, I think maybe 2 or 3 hogs died here, and this heal spell was okay, but it's not covering this edge of this Archer Tower. If it was placed a little bit more closer to the Archer Tower, that would have been better, maybe. And you kind of want your heal spells to cover edges of point defenses, these defenses. Wiz Towers won't kill hogs, at least these low-level Wiz Towers. So, just looking at the next heal spell. This heal spell was okay, but the thing is, these hogs down here weren't getting healed. Maybe, well, I guess it's fine. But if you think about the pathing, these hogs will destroy this Wiz Tower and will jump here and will jump there, right? So they're always going to be outside the heal spell. Okay, so just gonna clear. Yeah, these hogs, they got a lot of them die. And yeah, so again, this heal spell this heal spell, if it was placed here, or I could draw my circle larger, like here. No. If it was placed somewhere, maybe here. So the idea is to cover as many defenses as possible. If you cover the edges of the defenses as possible. If you drop it here, it's not covering the archer tower nor the wizard tower, or these buildings here. So basically try to maximize the effect of your heal spell. So, that's it. Okay, let me just fast forward, because I want to watch the video again. Okay, so I'm just going to go through what I would do if I was planning for this base. With balloons, now that I have level 6 balloons, as I explained earlier in this video, I would probably want to use loons to destroy these buildings, because they are outside the AD's range. Ni hao.